Hello friends, welcome to this video of incentive calculator. Today I shall be explaining you different types of incentives and how you can earn them. So first starting with TimeAlly staking. So here you can see there are three staking plans: TimeAlly Pet, TS Gap and TimeAlly One Life One Time. Here you can see there are various belts of TimeAlly Club. So here this is how we shall be one getting these belts. So here we will calculate how much your directs have staked in either of the plans. So in total, like after the three plans, I'm saying that 20,000 my directs have staked in each plan. So total I will get a staking amount of 60,000, which falls in this category. So according to the Pearl, I shall be getting this belt. I shall be getting the TimeAlly Club belt of Pearl, and according to that, I get rewards according to this flag. So the greater the staking you do, the greater is your TimeAlly belt, and greater will be your reward. So in pet, if 20,000 was done, so according to that, 8% of 20,000 shall be my direct bounty and 7% shall be my day swapper tree. Similarly, TS gap staking, 7% will be my direct bounty and 5% will be day swapper tree. By time alive one lifetime, direct bounty will be 7.5% and day swapper tree will be 6%. So that was according to my bet. Now, not only these, but after these also there are various conditions that shall impact. As the day swapper tree reward shall be 50% liquid and 50% stake. The ecosystem reward that shall be provided shall be only in KYC that has to be will be only provided to the ones who have KYC approved on KYC tab. So if you have not yet completed your KYC, kindly do that. Day swapper rewards are only for active users with at least 100 errors of transaction every NRT month of 30 days 10 hours on. So time swappers, bus cafe, time academy, walk, during that. So you need to at least become active with a transaction of 100 error swap. It can be on any of these platforms. Also, you can even do it by having a staking out here and you in any of these platforms. So kindly make yourself active also if you want this day swapper tree reward. Remember, this 5%, 6%, 7% will be only provided if you're active, and that also in 50% liquid and stake. All these conditions are subject to market risk, and please read the utility token white paper before staking in any of these. Okay. So moving on to the transaction incentive tab, where I shall be explaining you about how you can get incentivized from the transactions. Now, in this, suppose there's a transaction in between in any of these platforms like Time Zappers, Bus Cafe. On these platforms, uh, the buyer seller is having a transaction. If any of them are in your tree as a direct or indirect, you shall get incentive on that. So here we are just showing how much platform fuel we have collected. So on each transaction, roughly around 1% platform fuel is getting collected. Out of that reward, 0.8% is which we are going to be redistributing, while the remaining 0.1% is going in burning and charity. The seller introducer incentive shall be like suppose for the case of bus cafe out here, the seller introducer incentive will be 0.2% of the total transaction. So that's like around 20% of the fuel that has been collected. 0.2% to the introducer of seller, 0.2% to the buyer's introducer. While point 2 will be in the day swapper tree of the seller, while point 2 will be in the buyer's day swapper tree. So this is how we are going to be distributing the reward. So suppose the seller is my direct and the buyer is in my tree, but not my direct. So I shall be applicable to this 0.2%. This 0.2% according to a tree, how much portion shall I be getting? And this 0.2%, which is of the buyer's tree, how much ever reaches me. While this will be given to the buyer's introducer, which I won't be applicable for. So similar to the previous, also these introducer incentives shall be provided in liquid, while these three incentives shall be provided 50% stake, 50% liquid, and according to this tree. So first, just let me read out the terms and conditions. So in case any dispute is there, then the tokens will be burnt. and the user needs to have moral and ethical conditions in order to receive the rewards. A proper valid transaction should be there. Day swapper tree reward shall be 50% staked and liquid. The rewards in ecosystem will only be provided if KYC is approved on KYC app. Day swapper rewards are only for active users with at least 100 ASAP transaction on any of the platforms. So in case you are not done a transaction yet, kindly do so and be active. Have your KYC approved first, because if you are not having KYC, you won't be getting any of the rewards. Not only the data per tree, but even the direct incentive. So in case the seller announces promotion incentive, so here the seller also has the benefit that okay, uh, I'm getting so much, so instead of keeping 1%, I just increase the limit to 5%. So seller has the opportunity to increase, like I'm giving a 4% incentive. So instead of the platform fee 1% getting collected, 5% will get collected, and that shall be distributed in the same manner. So the promotional incentive shall be provided on the service, while if there is any relation with an external uh, charges exchange, like in Computex, it's a multi-exchange. So here we've shown that this is the fuel which is getting collected, and in case there is an external exchange that is being providing in their charges, so that shall be additionally incorporated. And the white paper is coming out here to the tree. So this is the day swapper tree. Out here you can see that there are different day swapper levels: white, yellow, orange, green, blue, brown, black, red, black. So here you can see how much persons you need to achieve the corresponding belt in a month. So suppose I have achieved 100 users in this month, so I become green belt and I will be getting a reward of around 52%. So if I see that 52% is according to me, while the above is 40%, so I can see, okay, yeah, cool. I'm getting 50%, the above one is getting 40%. So I shall be getting at least a 12%. So my direct is suppose at the orange belt, so I'll be getting the remaining 12%. Okay, I guess this is a little bit confusing. Let's go like, okay, you achieve the green belt. Now you shall be getting 52% of the reward. But the scene is that below your tree also there are many people. Like there might be someone at yellow, someone at orange. So they shall be also getting their reward according to a tree. So the yellow person will get 20%, the orange person will get 40%. So you shall be getting the remaining. So if there's a yellow one just underneath you, so you shall be getting 12%. While if there is a yellow one just underneath you, so you shall be getting around 32% of the reward. So according to that, you shall be getting 32% of the 5% to 7% of the time while staking thing, according to these. While out here of these 2.2%, you shall be getting 12% or 32%, depending, or even 52% if you are getting the first share of the tree. So here you can see that day swapper tree payout is only for active members. Members with 100 errors of word transaction on days on any of these platforms are only applicable to as an active member. Members with approved KYC is mandatory for day swapper payout. So in order to receive the day swapper payout, you need to have KYC and be active. Okay, so now I'm just coming on to the KYC incentives. As here you can see, this is a chart for that. So here you can see that there are 5 levels of KYCs, and to receive the payout, you at least need to do the first level of KYC, have an identity. So if you want to list yourself on any of the platforms, so have a skill, business, expertise, so you can list your skills, business, and carry forward that service whichever you want to provide. List your business. You can even show its experience, recommendation. So we will verify it, and you shall be having the level 3 KYC approved out there. While these are the charges which you need to pay for the KYC. So for level 1, it shall be 31.5. For level 2, it will be 63 error swap. For level 3, it will be 94.5 error swap. Level 4 is the Takia verification. This one will be the physical verifier who shall be going on the street and shall be verifying. So put on the street the gear verification, who shall, like in case you have a bus cafe shop, so in order to verify it, have it verified, you can have the gear verification. If you want to be a verifier, you can have your KYC level 4 done. While KYC level 5 for the online curators who shall validate it online. So in case of online verification, we shall have it as KYC level 5, for which you have to pay 5,000 also. So if these charges are like, okay, I definitely everyone needs to do the identity, and if you want to list your business also and have its expertise. So paying these three individually is a lot. So the cumulative charges would be for level one, this is mandatory itself. So if you're doing one and two, so it will be only 70 error swap. While if you're even doing level three with it, then 150 error swap. While level 4 also if you're doing, then it's 450 RSF. While instead of level 4 you're doing level 5, then it's 5,150 RSF. So these are the charges at the cumulative. And this, whatever is the charges that's going to be distributed in this format, the one who is doing the KYC shall be provided with similar amount of staked data swap in return as the applicant's benefit. So similar amount shall be repaid to him, but in stakes, it shall be as staking in time alive one lifetime. Introducer shall be getting 40% of the 40% of this charge, and that also 50% in stake, 50% in liquid. Day tree also shall be getting 40% of the charge, out of it 20% in stake, 20% in liquid. Curator will also be getting 40% of the charge, 20% in stake, 20% in liquid. The Tagya, the physical verifier, shall also be getting 40%, 20% in liquid, and 20%. 20% of the tokens we shall be burning of every KYC. 10% burning and 10% will be charity. So total we are giving a benefit of 280%. So you shall be wondering how the 180% is coming. So here we have mentioned like the staked amount for the applicants, which is 100% equivalent to its stake that's coming from new talents and partnerships from the NRT pool. The incentive to the introducers is coming from the TimeAlly Club bucket. The incentive to the Decentralized tree is coming from the Decentralized tree bucket. The incentive to the curators and tech is coming from the maintenance and support. So this is how we are going to be distributing the entire reward. So all KYC charges shall be in liquid only. KYC charges shall reduce 10% every NRT year. Since the rewards are also reducing 10%, so shall the KYC charges be reducing 10% every NRT year. Okay. Also, if we see that the ecosystem reward shall be provided only if KYC is approved on KYC dev. If you don't have your KYC approved, then you shall not be receiving the reward. Taker's reward shall only be applicable for top up in one lifetime and shall not be for the incentivized. All the stake rewards, whichever you are getting, is only applicable as top up, and you won't be incentivized on those. Only on the liquid incentives you will be incentivized. Curator rewards shall be distributed equally to all curators who have participated in this KYC decision. So, whichever curator is uh, participating in this appropriate KYC decision and giving the correct result shall be receiving the rewards. Verified and KYC is applicable for the seller on the following platforms: Time Swappers, Bus Cafe, Value of Farmers, Pooling Dab, Printing Dab, Booking Dab, Pure Dab. And Tagya verification, the online verification is for Bus Cafe, Value of Farmers, Pooling Dab, Booking Dab, Printing Dab, Pure Dab, Multi Dab. While the user will be disapproved or banned permanently if any individual or business gets involved in form of any illicit or malicious or unlawful activity. In case you are not following the rules and regulations as the terms and conditions, action can be taken on you. So better. Okay. So now let's move on to the calculator. Now I guess you have understood that how the payout and the structure is going to be. So let's just take an example like in case how much. So I'm just saying that how many of my out here have come. Right now, I'm just saying that how many of the people have I'm me introducing. Right, so my directs are being introducing around 10 people each, and I am introducing around 30 directs in this month. So according to that, I shall be getting around orange belt, like having total of 90 people came from the direct. And I'm just saying that uh, they are activizing around 20% on average. So like not all my directs are performing, only 20% of them are performing. And out of them, the indirects which I'm getting is around 60 people. So that's being my team size, around 20%. Okay. And I'm performing at a daily basis at an that I'm going to be achieving this target. And so let me listen. So regarding the staking, I'm just taking a condition that suppose I'm staking around 5,000, I'm having people staking around 5,000 Eraswap. In TimeAlly plan around 10 of them. In PET around 5 of them. In PET around 5 of them. While in TS Gap around 10 of them. Only 25 people of my team are going to be doing this staking. While out of my indirect 60 people, around 10 people are doing time alive and lifetime direct, 10 people are doing pet, and 10 people are doing TS Gap. So total here you can see that this is the total number of staking that has been done through my tree, around 1,50,000, and I have done around 1,25,000 with around 5,000 errors of staking of each. I can change it. Like in pet, people are doing 5,000, while in time alive only people are not doing of 5,000, they're doing of 10,000. So if I take that into consideration, 1.75 lakhs. And so according to that, I got a liquid reward of around 13,500 ASAP from TimeAlly Club as my direct incentive. While from the day swapper incentive, according to my pet, like suppose I had 90 people, so I hit orange belt, while below me was at the yellow belt with around 5 people, around 10 people in this. So I'm getting 20% of the reward at orange. So I'm getting around 5,250. So that adds up to around 18,000 RSF, which I'm getting as liquid reward. Out of which around 5,200 I'm getting staked, which I shall be restaking definitely. And if I just convert this liquid reward into rupees, this is around how much I'm getting at a 7 rupee rate being taken. Coming on to the KYC illustration, so I have these are the 5 levels of people. So I have all my people at least doing the KYC at level 1, the 30 directs which I have, and most of them are in the business. So they have listed the business. 20 people have done, while the remaining 10 have only done this. In fact, one of them has even done has become a curator successfully with 5,000 errors up staking. So from that I shall be getting this room. While out of the indirects, which I have around 60, so 60 indirects, they are only doing the level 1 KYC and not any other. So from this I'm getting a reward of total 1,715, out of which 348 I should be getting from base rapid tree and 1,366 from TimeAlly Club. So that's how total I shall be getting around this much out here, and around that shall be around 12,000 swap in total. Moving on to the transactions, if I look after. Okay. So if I'm having if I'm introducing having transactions done under my thing. So as I said that I have many people who are listing their business. So I had around 30 things, 30 directs, out of which around 20% of them are active. So around six, in fact, around 50% of them are active, around 15 people are active. And on each of them, around 5 transactions are being taking place. And out of the 60 customers, I have only like 1 transaction for these customers, but all are doing the transaction. These are the 60 people who are in my tree, out of which each is doing at least 1 transaction to be active, and around 100 error size transaction. on any of the platform, Times Apple, Bus Cafe, and I have no additional incentive from the seller. So this is the revenue which shall be collected from the directs, and so the fuel will be so much. From this fuel, the liquid reward I shall be getting is around 15 aerosap at the time I direct, while the day stopper tree reward I shall be getting around 2.7 aerosap. So this reward will be continuing every month. Like so this month I've introduced so many people. Next month also I'm performing at a similar rate, and all these are also active. So I'm just assuming if all are active for around 6 months, then what will be my reward? Around this 300 ISF. So if for 12 months all will be active, so this will be around 9,000, 1,300 RSF, which is quite better. Like right now it shows okay, I'm getting this one in the first month. But if I just keep working at such a rate, so by the 12th month, how much shall I be getting? If I check for 2 years, how much I shall be getting? So in 2 years, I'm getting around 5,300 RSI. So here you can decide how much you're going to be working, how you're going to be building up your belt, and how much reward are you going to get effectively. Because in this also your team size will be also increasing gradually, and your belt shall also be increasing gradually. This is the reward which you shall be uh, perceiving. So suppose like additional out in this case, if my sellers have had an average additional incentive of around 2%, I shall be getting quite a lot of more reward rather than the normal reward. So right now just considering for 0% like how much I shall be getting irrespective of if the sellers provide any additional incentive. So this is the reward which I shall be getting. So I can see that from the stakings I'm getting around 18,000 RSWAP. From the KYCs I'm getting around 1,700 RSWAP. While from the transactions I'm getting around 5,000 RSWAP. So this is going to be my payout, which I shall think, okay, cool. I'm happy with this. So if I go through this plan, I know how much I'm getting. So here you can try how much you can make. Like, can you do 30 directs or do you need 20 directs? If you can even go up to 50 or even 100, you can go quite up because your pet will increase corresponding this. How many directs do you have? Okay, I have around 100 directs also. The directs are also doing around 100. And each of them even have 15 directs. Cool, I have so many people. And out of the 100 directs, only 20% are active. Still, I have reached brown belt and I am going to be achieving at this rate. This is the payout which I am going to be having according to this. So, this is definitely how I can calculate myself. Okay, yes, I know that people may not do 10,000 transactions. People may do around 1,000 transactions. So here you can see how you can use by just editing on these dark green cells and just having your calculation done. And you shall be feeling no issue like how how should I be calculating. Here you have the three types like the time align incentive, how much you are getting that. Coming back on the calculator, how much is the transaction incentive, how it shall be distributed, and how the KYC incentive is. So this is what I wanted to cover up in this video. Thank you for your time.